Silence. All stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Samantha Alexandra.
May it please the court, I move that Samantha Alexandra be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Samantha Alexandra be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jacobus Christian Applegrain.
May it please the court, I move that Jacobus Christian Applegrain be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jacobus Christian Applegrain be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anurit Kaur Bagnall.
May it please the court, I move that Anurit Kaur Bagnall be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Anurit Kaur Bagnall be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jack Alexander Books.
May it please the court, I move that Jack Alexander Books be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jack Alexander Books be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Danielle Silvosa Cadiz.
May it please the court, I move that Danielle Silvosa Cadiz be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Danielle Silvosa Cadiz be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Tanisha Armani Chandab.
May it please the court, I move that Tanisha Armani Chandab be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Tanisha Armani Chandab be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zachary Chong.
May it please the court, I move that Zachary Chong please be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Zachary Chong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alicia Morgan Condren.
May it please the court, I move that Alicia Morgan Condren be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alicia Morgan Condren be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lauren Rose Cullen.
May it please the court, I move that Lauren Rose Cullen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lauren Rose Cullen be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rachel Nivedita Daniel.
May it please the court, I move that Rachel Nivedita Daniel be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rachel Nivedita Daniel be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Demet Dick.
May it please the court, I move that Dermot Dick be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Demet Dick be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lara Maria Dolva O'Day.
May it please the court, I move that Lara Maria Dolva O'Day be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Lara Maria Dolva O'Day be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Antonio Charbel Duehi.
May it please the court, I move that Antonio Charbel Duehi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Antonia Charbel Duehi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Elaine Edwards.
May it please the court, I move that Elaine Edwards be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Elaine Edwards be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Daniel Mark Frumar.
May it please the court, I move that Daniel Mark Frumar be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Daniel Mark Frumar be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Max Robert Philip Gale.
May it please the court, I move that Max Robert Philip Gale be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Max Robert Philip Gale be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ismail Habib Zadeh.
May it please the court, I move that Ismail Habib Zadeh be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ismail Habib Zadeh be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sherilyn Noel Herbert.
May it please the court, I move that Sherilyn Noel Herbert be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sherilyn Noel Herbert be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nicholas Robert James Hilliard.
May it please the court, I move that my son, Nicholas Robert James Hilliard, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nicholas Robert James Hilliard be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
William Paul Hopkins.
May it please the court, I move that my son, William Paul Hopkins, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let William Paul Hopkins be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Michael David Brooks Hughes.
May it please the court, I move that my son Michael David Brooks Hughes be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Michael David Brooks Hughes be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alessio Vincent Incampo.
May it please the court, I move that Alessio Vincent Incampo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alessio Vincent Incampo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Blake Charles Ireland.
May it please the court, I move that Blake Charles Ireland be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Blake Charles Ireland be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Xiaotong Zhao.
May it please the court, I move that Xiaotong Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Xiaotong Zhao be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Siobhan Carezi.
May it please the court, I move that Siobhan Carezi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Siobhan Carezi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Dilrup Kaur Kangura.
May it please the court, I move that Dilrup Kaur Kangura be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Dilrup Kaur Kangura be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ethan Jacob Kilham.
May it please the court, I move that Ethan Jacob Killam be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ethan Jacob Killam be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
William Howard Cook.
May it please the court, I move that William Howard Cook be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let William Howard Cook be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Rachel Sin Yin Kwok.
May it please the court, I move that Rachel Sin Yin Kwok be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Rachel Sin Yin Kwok be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yuan Lai.
May it please the court, I move that Yuan Lai be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yuan Lai be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Priya Pritika Lal.
May it please this court, I move that Priya Pritika Lal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Priya Pritika Lal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Huiwen Li.
May it please the court, I move that Weiwen Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Heiwen Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Courtney Peter Lee.
May it please the court, I move that Courtney Peter Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Courtney Peter Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
George Leakopoulos.
May it please the court, I move that George Leakopoulos be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let George Leakopoulos be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Cheng Liu.
May it please the court, I move that Cheng Liu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Cheng Yu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nasha Lupu.
May it please the court, I move that Nasha Lupu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nasha Lupu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jake Moshi Makla.
May it please the court, I move that my son, Jake Moshe Makler, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jake Moshe Makler be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Robert David Marshall.
May it please the court, I move that my son, Robert David Marshall, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Robert David Marshall be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Remy Men.
May it please the court,
I move that Remy Men be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Remy Men be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jack Colin Todd Moat.
May it please the court, I move that my son, Jack Colin Todd Moat, the legend, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jack Colin Todd Moat be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isabella Marie Teresa Monado.
May it please the court, I move that my daughter, Isabella Marie Teresa Monado, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Isabella Marie Teresa Monado be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Caitlin Louise Northcott.
May it please the court, I move that Caitlin Louise Northcott be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Caitlin Louise Northcott be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hina Panchal.
May it please the court, I move that Hina Panchal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hina Panchal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shuwei Chiu.
May it please the court, I move that my husband, Shi Wei Chu, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shi Wei Chu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sagunvir Kaur Sudur.
May it please the court, I move that Sagunvir Kaur Sadur be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sagunvir Kaur Sadur be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Sophie Ann Sievert Kloster.
May it please the court, I move that Sophie Anna Sievert Kloster be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Sophie Anna Sievert Kloster be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Vicky Sinclair.
May it please the court, I move that Vicky Sinclair be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Let Vicky Sinclair be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Amelia Kate Smiley.
Please the court, I move that Amelia Kate Smiley be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Amelia Kate Smiley be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Fredeline Rosalind Suganda.
May it please the court, I move that Fredlyn Rosalind Suganda be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Fredeline Rosalind Suganda be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Charlotte Louise Mackenzie Symes.
May it please the court, I move that Charlotte Louise Mackenzie Symes be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Charlotte Louise Mackenzie Symes be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Judy Tang.
May it please the court, I move that Judy Tang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Judy Tang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Isabel Claire Pammer Thompson.
May it please the court, I move that Isabel Claire Pammer Thompson be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Isabel Claire Pammer Thompson be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ashar Vishwanath.
May it please the court, I move that Asha Vishwanath be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Asha Vishwanath be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Chu Wang.
May it please the court, I move that Chu Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Chu Wang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Nathaniel James Shun Kia Wong.
May it please the court, I move that Nathaniel James Shun Kia Wong be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Nathaniel James Shun Kia Wong be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yitong Wu.
May it please the court, I move that Yi Tong Wu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yi Tong Wu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shingun Yu.
May it please the court, I move that Shingun Yu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Shingun Yu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lin Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Lin Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this.
Let Lin Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yujia Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Yujia Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Yujia Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this court. it will now be necessary for those whose admission has just been moved to, when and as directed by our officer, stand and remain standing for the purposes of swearing an oath or making an affirmation or declaration. So please stand as directed by the officiating officer.
Would the first two rows on this side of the court please stand up? Samantha Alexandra, Jacobis Christian Applegrain, Anurit Kara Bagnall, Jack Alexander Books, Danielle Silvosa Cadiz, Tanisha Armani Chandab, Zachary Chong, Alicia Morgan Condren, Lauren Rose Cullen, Rachel Navidita Daniel, Demet Dick, Lara Maria Dolva O'Day, Antonio Charbel Doehi, Elaine Edwards, Daniel Mark Frumar, Max Robert Philip Gale. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please be seated. Would the next two rows please stand up? Ismael Habib Zadeh, Sherilyn Noel Herbert, Nicholas Robert James Hilliard, William Paul Hopkins, Michael David Brooks Hughes, Alessio Vincent Incampo, Blake Charles Ireland, Xiaotong Jiao, Siobhan Karezi, Dilrup Kaur Kangura, Ethan Jacob Killam, William Howard Cook, Rachel Sinyin Kwok, Yuan Lai, Priya Pritika Lal, Huiwen Lee, Courtney Peter Lee, George Leah Kopoulos, Cheng Liu, Nasha Lupu. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please be seated. Would the row in the middle of the court please stand up? Jake Moshi Mackler, Robert David Marshall, Remy Men, Jack Colin Todd Moat, Isabella Marie Teresa Monado, Caitlin Louise Northcott, Hina Panchal, Shoei Chiu, Sagunvir Kaur Sudar, Sophie Anna Sievert Kloster, Vicky Sinclair. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please be seated. Could the two rows on this side of the court please stand up? Amelia Kate Smiley, Fredeline Rosalind Suganda, Charlotte Louise Mackenzie Symes, Judy Tang, Isabel Claire Pama Thompson, Ashar Vishwanath, Chu Wang, Nathaniel James Shun Kia Wong, Yitong Wu, Chingun Yu, Lin Zhang, Yujia Zhang. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state, according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please be seated.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to this, the Banco Court, the ceremonial court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench today, to my right, is Justice Sarah Huggett, who is the Chief Judge of the District Court and a Judge of the Supreme Court. To my left, Justice Monica Schmidt, one of the longest-serving judicial officers in New South Wales history. Together, we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you, the newly admitted lawyers, to practice this morning. And we have done so sitting in this court, which rests on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years. And the court pays its sincere respects to elders past and present and extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Well, to all of the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. Today is one for great celebration. We up here on the bench know how hard you have all worked to reach this important milestone. I also welcome your friends and family whose support will have been invaluable on your journey thus far. For many of them, the endurance of your finely polished or developing skills of argument and persuasion may now be at an end. Or maybe not. But whatever be the case, I'm sure that they are all immensely proud of you, and I encourage you to take time to thank them for their support. Depending on how good an advocate you are, you might even convince them to shout you a civilised lunch to mark the occasion. This is an old court which last year celebrated its bicentenary. This makes it, you might be surprised to learn, one of the oldest continuing common law courts in the world. But the custom which you have just followed, namely swearing an oath or making an affirmation or admission on admission to practice, dates back to the 12th century. And it's not just a quaint tradition, it is a public undertaking by each of you in the presence of your friends, family, peers, and senior judges of the court to truly and honestly conduct yourself in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales and faithfully to serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state. That is a continuing undertaking, and it's of immense importance. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all, I'm sure, in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have just made is a serious one and deserves solemn regard, so that whether you go on to work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, a Crown Law Office, the Aboriginal Legal Service for legal aid, or a government department or agency, regulator, or indeed in an entirely different field, you should always be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice, and you must strive at all times to uphold those cardinal values. Admission to this court is a privilege and not a right, and is contingent upon continuing adherence to your oath or affirmation. Now, you'll see from the portraits of former Chief Justices on the walls of this court that we are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. And you may be wondering why, after 200 years, we still wear these robes on ceremonial occasions. I can tell you that we don't do so because they are particularly comfortable. Still less are they a striking fashion statement. But we continue to wear them on ceremonial occasions such as this because symbolically they serve to highlight the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales, although importantly, the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. Some 43% of all judicial officers in New South Wales are now female. Women make up more than 2/3 of solicitors under the age of 35, and the presidents of both the New South Wales Bar Association and the Law Society are distinguished female practitioners. The composition of the profession is radically different from the time I commenced practice. It's been an extremely salutary change. Our robes also serve symbolically to differentiate the judiciary from the other arms of government, the legislature and the executive. We are seeing on a daily basis from events abroad how important that separation of powers is and how important courts are in supervising the lawful exercise of state power. We are fortunate to live in a country where our Commonwealth, state and local governments respect the rulings of the courts, even if those rulings are politically inconvenient or critical of executive government. As to the importance of the rule of law, I make the observation that in a world in which there is much global uncertainty, insecurity, and challenges to what we have come to accept as conventional norms, the rule of law is more important than ever and not simply some academic construct or phrase of merely theoretical import. Now, notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, the life of the law is dynamic. Not everything in the legal profession remains unchanging. The pandemic prompted a radical shift in the use of technology in our courtrooms, for example, and the advent of Gen AI brings with it both opportunities and challenges, including within the legal profession and for the work of the courts. Lawyers must, however, remain critical and independent thinkers. And while the increased use of technology offers a number of undoubted advantages, it is my firm view that the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other. This is seen in our courts every day, including in the criminal law, domestic violence, family law, wills and probate, and much commercial law. An individual who is in need of your services as a lawyer will, in many cases, be an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, property, personal well-being, status, health, or financial position. There is therefore a need to deliver legal services not only competently, of course, but always with courtesy, integrity, and sensitivity to the circumstances of the matter. And that requires a human being with emotional and not artificial intelligence. The need for human engagement by lawyers with those needing legal assistance is also a powerful reason, in my view, why there should be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our cosmopolitan community. That very much includes Indigenous lawyers. Diversity is a concept that is subject to attack in some quarters around the globe, but diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates, and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can, and feel that they can, be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a system reflective of our broader community and a judiciary educated in and sensitive to the many different cultural strands which contribute to the rich fabric of our society in New South Wales. The admission ceremonies on which I have presided since becoming a judge and Chief Justice, including this ceremony, highlight that there is far greater diversity of background amongst young lawyers than when I commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and leaders of the profession and the courts are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity. That in turn builds trust in and respect, both for the judiciary and the legal profession, and ultimately for the rule of law. Let me now offer a little bit of professional and personal advice. As a lawyer, you'll often need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools you have developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and the administration of justice. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious. If we're honest with ourselves, we all make mistakes from time to time, especially when starting out on something new. If and when you do make mistakes, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake which I always advise young lawyers to strive to avoid making is the mistake of giving your clients the advice you think that they want to hear. I can tell you now that that will almost certainly not be good advice, and they will not welcome it in the long run when the true picture emerges. As a lawyer, you must be dispassionate and frank in your advice to your client as to your client's rights and obligations. Independence and courage are important characteristics of being a good lawyer. Aspects of the law, especially if you're involved in litigation, are confrontational, but the practice of the law is stressful and demanding enough without personal animus and antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as it regrettably sometimes does. So it's essential in practice that you maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour when dealing with your colleagues, including those with whom you negotiate or against whom you litigate, remembering at all times that you're now members of a profession and not a business. There is a fundamental and important distinction between the two, which you, as members of this profession, must never lose sight of. Another thing you should remember is that the best advocates can and do make their point simply and succinctly. Often, less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't wholly exclude myself from that observation. But the reality is that for a non-lawyer, the law is often incomprehensible or difficult to understand, and our ever-increasing statute books are often both complex and prolix. One of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others, so strive to be clear and concise at all times in both what you write and how you advise orally. To do so facilitates access to justice, which is such an important goal in a functioning democracy. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both also extremely important, something we're much more conscious of these days than 20 or 30 years ago. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you feel a little overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. That's often because well-motivated lawyers want to go the extra mile for their clients. They want to make sure no stone is left unturned, a brief is fully prepared, a case is ready for argument, or advice is comprehensive, and that's laudable. But it can be, as I say, from time to time, all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing. So you must work hard, quite consciously, to keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do so as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it all, as frankly we all have and still do from time to time, try to take a step back and recapture some perspective. Also remember that the law is a highly collegiate profession, and in this context I'm now going to call on two representatives, one of the New South Wales Bar and one from the Law Society, to say a few words by way of congratulations and welcome. Dr. Sapienza, do you move?
May it please the Court. My name is Amanda Sapienza, and I have been practising for almost 3 years at the Bar, predominantly in administrative law and constitutional law. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops to adapt to new practices and technology, and importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The Bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds, and I'm proud to be a part of it and the legal profession more broadly. It's a privilege to be able to use skills that I've developed through years of study and practice, not only to help people and organisations solve their legal problems, but hopefully to assist courts in their role in solving legal problems. and I enjoy the intellectual challenges that each new matter, and indeed every day at the bar, brings. Today, a person's pathway to the bar is as varied as the people who make the journey. My own journey took several side steps, commencing as a solicitor, then pivoting to academia and a PhD while my children were young, then a return to being a solicitor, and finally the bar. I'm an example of a junior barrister who is not necessarily a young barrister, but this pathway has worked well for me and for my family. If you are interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or have a look at its website, and each year there is an open day for careers at the bar. In your first year of practice as a reader, you receive particular assistance from 2 barristers of at least 7 years seniority, who meet with you weekly, review your work, and teach you practical skills. But the support you will receive is not limited to these 2 barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is the professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees, including a New Barristers Committee, which organises social and educational functions for 0 to 5 year barristers like me, and a Diversity and Equality Committee, of which I'm a member, which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association to attract the best people to become barristers, regardless of their race, religion, gender, parental status, or sexual orientation. Whether as a lawyer or barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or Bar Association and to use your skills to assist your community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. Once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession and I congratulate you on your admission today as a lawyer of this honourable court. May it please the court.
Mr. Roberts, representing the Law Society, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Timothy Roberts and I am the President of New South Wales Young Lawyers. And not so long ago, I was also admitted as a lawyer to this honourable court, although the COVID pandemic prevented me from marking the occasion quite as splendidly as you have. So I'm especially grateful for you sharing yours with me. Being admitted to the Supreme Court role is the final step in a long and arduous journey, and you should feel immensely proud of what you have achieved thus far. But it is, of course, the first step in another exciting journey. When I embarked on my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect. And it wasn't often easy, and it was often overwhelming. But as I stand here today, after almost 4 years of working as a solicitor in a private firm, I can tell you already I have learned and grown much. One of the most important things I have learned is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is, as has been referred to today, increasingly large and diverse, and one to which you now belong. And the Law Society is the home of that community. With our 30,000 members flung far and wide across the state, we are bound by our shared duties, our commitment to continuous learning, our desire to connect, and our drive to give back to our communities and, importantly, uphold the rule of law. As an early career lawyer, belonging to a strong network of peers is crucial. That is why I've been a part of the Law Society of New South Wales and New South Wales Young Lawyers. Here I have found friendship, inspiration, guidance and support when I needed it most, as well as opportunities to advocate and join committees contributing to public policy. By joining the Law Society and New South Wales Young Lawyers, you will gain access to professional support, conferences, events, wide range of publications, professional development opportunities, mentoring, volunteering opportunities, and so much more. So we encourage you to check out the Law Society website for more details of upcoming events, including our flagship Welcome to the Profession event, which provides you an opportunity to celebrate this significant achievement alongside your peers and other members of the profession. And not to mention, learn a little bit more about the next steps of your legal career as you commence it. The role of the Law Society is to ensure that you, as a newly minted lawyer, can thrive and succeed in your new profession. So again, congratulations to you all. Look us up, speak to your employer about us, but most importantly, we look forward to welcoming you into the Law Society community. Thank you.
Well, can I say this to you all by way of closing? The law is the law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, it's challenging, and satisfying, and it's populated by intelligent, committed, and dynamic people such as yourselves. You should be proud to be a lawyer, proud of your achievements to date, and proud of the profession you have just joined. It is a very important profession that underpins stability and cohesion in our community. You are now a very important part of that very important profession. So work hard, take pride in your work, look out for your colleagues, contribute to your community, and don't take yourself too seriously. We wish you all the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead and a full and rewarding career. So on behalf of Justice Huggett, Justice Schmidt, and indeed all of our colleagues on the Supreme Court, I once again congratulate you on your admission and welcome you to the legal profession. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.